G'day everyone, T-Nick back here again in OpenTTTTD with the DBXL set. Once again, we're starting this episode off at Essens, the hive of activity that it is. I've just been watching all my trucks come in here to be sold, the former grain trucks that were running off this farm here. Hopefully the train can handle it on its own. If not, well, I guess we buy a bigger train or something. That's just one of those things we're going to do. Now, where are we going today? We've got a few options. I kind of want to expand the passenger network a bit more, because we've got these towns down here we want to reach out and poke, I guess. We've also got, a couple of industries down here. We've got the power station down here. I mean, we have this convenient coal mine up here near the main line, so we could always run a train sort of down around here, although that is a bit of a long way. We've got more coal and wood over here, and obviously the wood would benefit us running a line up this way here. What else did we notice last time? We also had this forest over here I kind of want to connect to the network. Only 64 tonne of wood, so he's not a stellar performer, and apparently someone dropped a bunch of oil refinery seeds over here and they've all sprouted. Now, what are you doing? Why are you going so slow? You just broke down, didn't you? Well, you're making money. Oh, good, another one. At least that one's up here. But, certainly oil refinery fever seems to be overtaking the map. Well, that's a thing. Now how do we connect up you? And you. But mostly you. Because you're currently on the existing freight line here, which doesn't actually... No, go away. I don't want a truck or a tram. You could, in theory, have a junction over here, or we could tunnel through here to connect up with the coal line over here. That's probably what we'll end up doing. Then where do we take it? Once we've connected up the coal line, the junction faces the wrong way here, you dummy. So that would kind of be a pointless exercise. So in that case, we want to connect him up to the passenger line somewhere. So if we could have a junction in, I guess, sort of over here somewhere. Yeah, that's going to be a tricky proposition. I might put that on the old back burner and hope a more convenient sawmill opens up sort of down here somewhere. So that just leaves us with expanding our passenger lines down here to Neusterlitz and obviously eventually down to Hornburg, which is not a convenient city in the middle of nowhere, which is fine. So we'll probably go for a terminus here and just have a little shuttle train, I guess, running down here just to keep it neat. Certainly we want to come through Neularken to get to Neusterlitz and etc. No industries in that part of the world, obviously, so that will simplify things. Obviously, we started building our passenger line last time, so all we've got to do is go ahead and get a couple of stations in. Now, I'm thinking we drop the passenger station in about here, try and get the best catchment of the town that we can. We can build car parks. That's a thing. That's exciting. Why don't we build a nice little car park at the end of the road here? That's nice. I like that. And then we'll go ahead and drop in a couple of bits of roof to extend that out. We'll put a couple of benches in here just to give it a bit of variety. Now then we probably want a footbridge so people can cross the track safely instead of using this little crossing here. I mean, obviously that intended for use more as a rural station. You park your car here and then you just wander across the tracks when the train's not coming. And we'll future-proof it for longer trains in the future by putting a nice little pot plant in there. How well do you line up? Not too bad, actually. This is fine. We can make this work. Go ahead and connect you up, and there goes another oil refinery up at Hornburg. Bully for you. And that should be a nice little start there. And then obviously we want to run this track around the corner here to make sure we can head down into Neusterlitz there, which is good. So now I want to extend the trains that are currently coming from Shortens, run them around down here just to get a bit more value out of them, because at the moment they're sort of a bit hit and miss. I mean, probably to do with the fact that we've still got single track sections, but that's neither here nor there nor here nor there. Just give them a bit more reach and get a bit more value for money out of them, and try and have less terminating moves at Essens. So less trains reversing means less trains crossing each other's path. So I'll go ahead and just put a quick little reversing platform in here so we can get them hooked up immediately. Now, which way are they going to be coming in? Yeah, they are coming in that way. Okay, so went ahead and put the track around the wrong way, as I suspected I did. Drop it in like that. There you go. So drop a reversing signal in there, and then just a normal signal in there for when we resume normal operations, or rather than resume, when we start normal operations. Because I don't want to have Neularken as a terminus in the long term, because, well, it's just pointless. It's one station away from the actual terminus, so Why would you bother? Go ahead and run a few more signals down here. We haven't really signaled this junction up very well, have we? So drop a couple in there. Obviously, that will eventually be connecting up to Nienberg. That's fine. Now we've got trains coming up this way, so we need a bit of a signal there. I mean, it may block the junction if they queue up for too long. I'm hoping they don't, but we might reassess the placement of that signal or this junction down the line. If anything, we could have it come across a bit of a tunnel or a bridge here if we needed to. We have options. This is the important thing. Yeah, so that's a straight connection to Essens. Oh, good, everyone's queued up behind the ore train, which obviously is waiting to cross over. Is there a way we can get out of that? Because that's kind of not ideal. I mean, we could always run him through the station, down around here, and connect him up that way, I guess. You know, rather than having him try and cross every track here. Is there anyone else waiting to come out of the depot? It's like a bloody clown car. No? Oh, I see why you're waiting. You don't have a path signal. Boo. Good one, me. Well, that explains why you guys are losing money every now and again, because you're just getting completely backed up. So I'll wait for you to turn around before I go ahead and extend your orders, so that way it spaces them out a bit. Yep, that's the budget. That's exciting. Yeah, so once this chap here turns around at Essens, that will be fine. In fact, I'll open his window up just so we can see what he's doing. And that way it'll, yeah, as I said, it'll unbunch them a little bit. Oh, yeah, no, you're going to go to the depot instead. Okay, bully for you. Now you're going to Essens. You're going in behind this one. Okay, well, the bunching is going to be... Yeah, okay, we'll wait for this one to turn around and then add it into their orders then. Either way, we're unbunching these trains. Doesn't matter. Actually, they don't have a depot assigned. That's why he's randomly just decided to go to the depot by himself, which is, you know, completely fair enough. I really can't blame him for that. So, yeah, where's a convenient depot for you guys? There's one already up at Seinfeld. I mean, I could try and pronounce its correct name. Yeah, in fact, you don't actually have a convenient depot to use because you were using that one, but obviously we demolished it. Well, we didn't so much demolish it as bypass it. So I guess we'll be building one down here in Neusterlitz because that'll be a terminus. So you'll just have to randomly service for now. Actually, no, hang on. We've got one right here. We literally saw him just go into a depot. You dummy. Yeah, well, why not just service at that one? No, I don't want another truck, please. That's fine. So this bloke here is now heading south to Neularken. And I don't know why I just built a bunch of semaphores, because I said we were going to start building colour light signals. That starts now. Colour light signals or GTFO. Let's go ahead. See, look, there, done. Built colour light signals. I am a rememberer of things. Now, let's have a look at station buildings. I want to get a bit more creative down here at Neusterlitz because it's an odd-shaped sort of town. Well, it's not odd-shaped, it's just different. Nothing wrong with being different, folks. So what I want to do is probably put a station building in, say, here. And then because it doesn't have fences on either end, I want to go ahead and drop down like that. And then I can start putting in my buffer stops. Apparently we're having a 6-track terminus here. Didn't realise we were going to do that until I did it. And now that I've done it, it's happened. And I'm committing to it. Gonna just sort of steer into the skid there. So do we want to go... We'll go 4 tracks for the station hall. Make a big, impressive station. Oh, look at that. That's a big, impressive station, as I just described it. And, of course, we've pissed the town off. So, you know, hooray. Let's turn the trees back on just so we can see where we need to plant trees to appease this town. Hey, look, trees. Oh, ooh, exciting. That makes you like us, doesn't it? Yeah, I thought so. And then obviously we're going to need sort of an underpass for people to change tracks if they find out they've walked up, you know, walked all the way up here. Oh, this train doesn't go where I thought it was. Oh, it's over there. I have to run all the way back again. No, you can just go through the underpass there. That's a fun looking station, isn't it? It's huge. You know, for the what, 2 trains we're going to be running through there? 3 trains. Okay, well, that's a start. So yeah, let's go ahead and connect this old yard up here. And we'll obviously need some sort of depot in for the trains on the outbound leg. So, let's see. We need to make sure that we've got some platforms reserved for trains going to Hornburg. So we'll probably just set this platform aside for that. So the rest of them will be able to come in this way. That's fine. And then obviously we'll put in a couple of sets of points here. We'll drop a depot in. We'll have another set of points here. It'll all be funky. Funky fresh. No. colour light signals, please. Oh, these are interesting looking things, aren't they? They've got little yellow lights and red lights, and I'm sure they have a green light at some point, but fancy. And then we'll need to put in a one-wayer there. Oh, look at that. It's got a little red signal, just like a red signal on a little cross to say, hey, you're going the wrong way. If you've reached this point, you've gone and stuffed up. Well, I guess the signal is the one that's really stuffed up, but I'm sure they'd find a way to blame the driver. It's just how it goes, isn't it? Always blame the driver. It's always his fault. Or her fault. Ladies can drive trains too. So go ahead and drop down a few normal signals there. Other than that, you can see the green on the other side of it. That's good. That helps you see what the signal says. You know, if you're wondering why a train isn't moving. They are very hard to see though. Gosh darn, that's not pretty. What about on the vertical? Oh, they're a bit easy to see on the old vertical. That's all right. Seems like a lot of wasted space on this signal. You got all this bit up here for a green light and a red light. But whatever. I'm not German. I'm not passing judgment on their signals and their suitability or lack thereof. Yeah. So we've got a platform reserved now to go down this way. Although we will need access to the depot. So how are we going to do that? Didn't really think this one through. Maybe we'll just have to build a separate depot for it down at Hornburg. Or we can just move the depot. Let's just go ahead and do that. We haven't sent any trains down here yet, so this isn't going to upset anyone by rebuilding everything. So that's okay. We may as well make them accessible to everyone. That's fine. And obviously we need to put the depot on this side, so outbound trains can go in there for a service. Drop another signal in there. There we go. I should have thought that through when I started. Don't forget to replace that signal. And then we'll go ahead and send all the colours of a signal. So hopefully this third train here will start performing a bit better now that we've both spaced them out and given them a bit more track to run on. So yeah, after Neularken, what's that? That's another truck. We want you to head down to Neusterlitz, have a bit of a service there, and we can get rid of Essen's train depot from your orders. Now, that's fine. Hopefully none of them need a service drastically. Good, we can get rid of this here. We can get rid of this signal, and just go ahead and replace them with just normal colour light signal. There we go. Good. That's fantastic. So that's extended him down to Neusterlitz, and we probably want to throw another train on that route now that we've expanded it. But before we do that, do we want another train? If one of them's losing money, it means they're not really carrying much. Yeah, see, you're running reasonably well. We do probably want to improve things around Shortens, because we went and built a whiz-bang terminus down here for 3 trains, and yet this is a far more important interchange, and it's just a piddly little station with a couple of tracks. What do you think of us anyway, Shortens? Outstanding. Well, I'm on board with that. We'll leave that up there just so we can see how upset we're making them. But I'm thinking we definitely need to expand this station out with another couple of tracks too. So go ahead and drop down. Let's make it 6 tracks. The other one is 6 tracks, so keep the good times rolling. Now I do want to. We're still outstanding. I do want to sort of have 3 tracks for each, but have them be able to share. So yeah, we'll end up having 2 tracks coming in this way, and then obviously 2 tracks going back out again on that line there. So just to give me an idea of how I want to build this. Do we want to have? Well, I guess we've got a little bit of space here. We can put some non-track tiles in. Do we want to put down a nice little sort of booking hall here? It looks all right. I don't hate that. It looks a bit naff just sort of ending like that, though. So what if we did that? Yeah, I'm open to this. Can we demolish this? We can. Okay, well, that's kind of cool. We've now knocked that down. Because what I'm thinking is we put this here. We put one of these here. And one of these here. And then we just sort of fill this in like this. Is there a buffer stop there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I accidentally knocked over a buffer stop there. That's my bad. We want to run that down around like that and up like that. There we go. That's made that more of a buffer stop. Can't see it through the station hall, but it definitely exists. And then we want to put a station building in the end there. They think we're excellent. Okay, keep an eye on that. Yeah, there we go. Put a nice little booking office in there so you can get to it from the street. Do we really need this bit of station here? Probably not. Okay, you don't want to put a fence in there, but I think that's because we don't have a buffer stop there yet. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and replace that with... Whoops, no, didn't mean to remove it. Meant to do that. There we go. Okay, this is fine. Obviously, we've now shortened the platform a bit too much at shortens, so our trains will stick out the back of it for a little while. But it's okay. Bear with me, game. We'll get this going. I like how you can see through the station hall too. That's very realistic. That's kind of cool. Now, we need platforms, and we need lots of them. So we want to put this down here. How are we going to reconcile that with the buffers, actually? Because it's going to sort of break. Let's try that. Let's just see what happens if we're lining that up like that. Yeah, so there's a bit of a hole in it there. So I guess we won't have the buffer stops. We'll just have it come through. We'll just have to pretend there's a buffer stop in there, I guess. Yeah, that's a thing we can do. Just play pretend. I mean, whoops, I built that in the wrong spot, didn't I? Okay, put that back. And, oh, that's because I'm building 2 tracks at a time, you dummy. Put that there. Put that thing there. Put that thing there. Remove that thing. Oh, that's railway track there. Okay, and I'm pretty sure there's railway track there. We should really make the station see-through as well. Make sure we haven't missed anything. No, that's okay. Good. And we need to put another buffer stop in here. Yeah, so the lack of buffer stop in there is a bit disheartening, but, you know, I can live with it. So we've got 1, 2, 3 tiles so far. So we're going to have to go ahead and get rid of all of this. In fact, we should have done this first so that we had platforms for the trains to be using. So I'm just going to connect all this up here with just a couple of placeholder signals, just because, well, we need signals to stop the trains crashing into each other. Duh. Now we need some roofs. They think we're very good, so we're going to be a little careful. We need roof by 2 to bring that in line. Roof by 2 to bring that in line. And then 6 pot plants would be nice. And then let's put 6 footbridges in. There we go. Well, 6 length footbridge. And that's cool, because the station hall looks like it comes right up the booking office, so you're not going to get wet when you're trying to walk. You walk into the station up this one tiny set of stairs, in through the booking office, and then you come out into the main concourse here, which I think is kind of cool. And then obviously we'll have to connect all the tracks up, because that's a thing we need to do as well. So I need to make sure that we can get to pretty much every platform from every platform. Yes, okay, so we're missing set of points here. Set of points here. Nope, now we've gone and overkilled it, I think. Yeah, okay, so that should be fine, because, yeah, obviously we want to have separate platforms for each line coming in, but also have them share, you know, just in case there's a bit of overflow if there's multiple trains in at one time. So that way, when we rebuild this, we will have trains coming in. Oh, trust me to put the temporary signal in the wrong spot. Okay, that way we'll have trains coming in this way. We'll go ahead and connect that up to the double track there. So they'll come in this way on this track, and they can use pretty much every platform. They won't be able to get down to these 2. They'll be reserved for these trains. But likewise, these trains won't be able to get up to these 2 once we're done here. So, yeah, let's go ahead and back that off there. That's fine. We've connected this up nicely, so we can put in a couple of signals here. We'll ditch that one. Go ahead and put down some normal signals just to keep things bunching up. Good. Yes. Now we need to scooch these 2 tracks out this way, and we'll bring them up. I guess we've already got the track in place, don't we? Because we'll bring them up here. So we'll get rid of these. Got rid of too much. Now I've just made it worse. Put that back. Get rid of this track here. That's what you wanted to do. Get rid of this. Put that back. Get rid of this. And then get rid of this. And also get rid of that. There we go. That's how I envisaged it. Envisaged it. That's how I saw it in my mind. Yeah. Words. Very difficult to use properly. Apparently. Go ahead and throw down another couple of signals here. And then a one-wayer. Now, obviously, every platform needs its own signal. So we'll go ahead and throw them down. Now, why am I... Oh, of course, I'm missing a set of points there into the back platform. That's why I'm thinking, why is it not symmetrical? I like symmetrical. Symmetry makes me happy. So yeah, we'll go ahead and match up those signals there. Swap you out for a normal one, and that should be a fairly well upgraded shortened station. And the station is kind of bigger than the town. So good news, you've got a big station now, and we never have to upgrade it ever again because we did it perfectly, and that's how it's going to be forever. Probably. Yeah, good. So we may as well double track this section here while I'm yammering on about building stations that are bigger than towns. Because, well, what else are we going to do? Look at each other? That's kind of weird. Drop that in there and drop a normal signal in there. And again, I'm going to leave the existing semaphores there sort of as a nod to history. Plus, I'm too lazy to fix them. And we'll just get rid of that signal there because it's no longer required. Happy days. We've now upgraded Shorten Station. And admittedly, it's a very long way to go from Shortens to Neusterlitz because you have to go via Essens. But there's water in the way, so, you know, you can just deal. I would consider putting a ferry or a plane on, but we all remember how well that went last time. So as long as the trains don't start losing money, we will just leave it in situ. Now, obviously, we are going to want to also run a direct service from Neusterlitz up to Wolfsbad, because currently people are having to change at Essens, which isn't so bad, or change at Shortens, which is. So, you know, especially if they're coming from, I guess, Hamburg. Well, a direct train to Wolfsbad won't really change that, will it? So, yeah, good thinking. But yeah, where's the express train at? We had the express trains. Here they are. Is Neusterlitz a city or is it just a big town? Just a big town. What about Neularken? Just a big town as well. Ooh, New Forest. Miles away from anywhere important. Good stuff. So are you the one that's... Are you the express? Yeah, you've come from Wolfsbad. Essens... oh, no, you are all stations. Okay, that's fine. So do we want to extend you down to Neusterlitz as well? Kind of do, because you're not really getting much value for money out of the train you've got now. So running an extra couple of stops really wouldn't hurt you. So go ahead and continue after Essens, down through Neularken and into Neusterlitz. Have a bit of a service there. Which means you don't have to serve at Essens anymore. Go back through Neularken, back through Essens again, please, and then you can resume as you were. So, yeah, we should get a bit more value for money out of them as well. They're now running through, and the only trains terminating at Essens are the little shuttle trains that run up to Witten via these back streets, back stations, back towns. They're making money. That's the important thing. We'll just leave them be. They're not hurting anyone. Yeah, so we need to extend the line now from Neusterlitz down to Hornburg. And, I mean, we could really do a bit of a loop over here to Bug to Hyde. Because otherwise we'd have to build a whole dedicated line down this way. And if we did that, it'd beg the question, why aren't we just transporting the timber down there? You know, I don't want to. And then obviously we can then have a ferry come out to Nienburg if that suits people more, and maybe a bus into Essens just to save them having to come all the way down to Neusterlitz and go all the way around that way to get to, I'm going to call it Bartender because that's what it looks like when you zoom out. Good. Yes. Okay. So tracks coming in. We'll probably need 2 tracks for this line just because, I don't know, we do. So I'll have a set of crossovers there. And we'll have them go back to single track just outside of the old station there. Yeah, it just occurred to me they still won't be able to use the depot. Well, that's fine. We'll have a depot somewhere else, you know, because it's too hard to go up there and then back out again because it would put too many trains in the place. Probably. Right, more tracks. Just shut up and build. If you build stuff, people will be distracted and they won't actually listen to your bullshit commentary. So run this down here, and this will be a nice, pretty coastal route. Pretty until you get to the oil refinery. I should probably figure out where we're building a station here in Hornburg too. Now this building here is going to be a bit of a pain in the ass because I was going to try and scooch it in here. We might be able to get a tunnel through the mountain here and then scooch the station in on this side without upsetting anyone. Although we're going to be lowering too much land. Will you let me knock this down? You will. Okay, well that solves that problem. And we'll need to put a 2-track station in just in case. Now let's put another car park down. Yeah, nice little car park here. Yeah, drop that in there next to where the road will be. And then we'll go ahead and put this down. And because this is a more rural station, we'll just put a little footbridge down so you can cross the tracks and then go over the other platform if you need to. And that should be fine. In fact, actually, what if I put down, I think there's a void. Here we go. Empty. Oh, there we go. We can just have a little level crossing both ways there. That works well for me. Just keep it nice and simple, and that should be fine. So yeah, we'll connect. No, how is that helpful? How is that helpful at all? Good. Okay, so drop down a couple of signals here, just in case we do run a run. Hello. I'm going to say no for now, but that's going to be a very important little train for us, the old VT08. I'll also have to look up how it was run, because that's one of the older trains in the set. It doesn't automatically, do the more or less thing that I showed you with the ET11 and the ET87. So you can sort of freeball at how many carriages you want to have on it. But I think in real life they were 4-car trains. And I like mimicking real life as much as possible. So, we will limit ourselves to a realistic outcome there. So good, that's that connected up. Good. And we may as well start running a train on it now. It can just reverse in this platform here. So let's have a look at our options. Wow. Okay, we don't have options. We have the BR01, which is overkill, or the BR45, which is a freight engine. So yes, that's a problem. What are you? Are you a 1.8? You're an 01. Okay, let's find an older 1.8. Actually, no, didn't we have that spare 38 lying around? Where'd that go? I swear we had a spare 38 up here. There it is. Hi, how old are you? You've still got another 20 years left in you. Well, let's scrap your coal hoppers and go ahead and give you some passenger coaches. See, this is why I keep these things around. We only built 3 tile stations though, so that'll have to do. And good luck getting to the start of your route. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to pathfind a way down here, but if you can't, well, we're in trouble. So we'll send you down here, and hopefully you can figure it out. Please? In fact, we'll try and send you to Hornburg first, just because that's going to be the harder one to get to. Because if you can find your way to Neusterlitz, you'll obviously be able to come into this platform, turn around, and then you won't be able to get to Hornburg. So if you can find a way to get to Hornburg, I will be impressed. You can't. You're lost. Okay, cool. That's a shame. Because, yeah, theoretically, you can come down around this passenger line here, down here to Shortens, reverse, and then go to... okay, what about Neusterlitz? Can you make it down there? Is that a route you can figure out? It doesn't say he's lost, so we'll leave it with him. VT95. Okay, that's another good one. We don't need it just this second, but that is a convenient little rail bus that we can use for, tiny towns like... I'm going to go all the way to the top of the map now. Look what it made me do. Like Torgelow, to that town that we're currently serving with these pokey little buses. Which they're making money. That's okay. Not making much money. You're not making any money. That's disappointing, but, okay. The important thing is we have them. Where are you now? You've gone to a coal mine for some reason. You really are lost, aren't you? Okay. Well, we may not be able to get the 38 down here where we need it, which is disappointing. But I'm hoping we can, because, well, I kind of want to use little engines on this route, not big engines, because big engines would be kind of overkill-y. Or just overkill. Not overkill-y, just straight out overkill. So let's run this track down here and then just skirt around the base of the mountains here. That should be fine there. This is a very scenic route. God, you'd love to ride this train, assuming you like riding trains and scenery, because you can like riding trains and not like scenery, I suppose. Don't know what that's like, but, I guess people like that are out there somewhere. Maybe there's a support group for them. Do you like riding trains but hate scenery? Boy, you need to come to this support group. We'll fix you up. Coal production decreases. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Yes, we want to go from Season to Bugderhude. Oh, we can have a ferry over to Brunschenweg, which is a town beautifully situated on a river. God, that's gorgeous. That's a really well done town there, OpenTTD. Very impressive. So we can have, ferry over here and a ferry up here, and that will help us connect up our towns nicely. So again, we'll go ahead and build a nice little car park along the road here. We'll just have a nice little pedestrian crossing here. Remind me to upgrade these if we ever decide to, go ahead and put far more trains on this route. A new iron ore mine's opened up at a town I haven't heard of. And if I have heard of it and forgotten, I can see why. It's a fairly forgettable name. I've already forgotten what it was. It was like Klunkensbergens or something. Klunkensbergens. Sounds like a delicious type of burger. Or not. Or maybe it's a watchmaker. I don't know. I'm just making this up on the fly here. Let's go ahead and throw down a couple of signals there to let trains pass, assuming they ever do. You're not saying you're lost anymore, so I'm assuming you've figured out a way to get to where you want to go. So, you know, good for you. Kind of proud of you. Seriously? You just thought, hey, I'll just set up here and they can, instead of making, you know, millions of dollars off this train, 456 grand, you'll just dump it here and that'll be fine. Well, can't blame them for trying, I guess. Would be convenient too, because we could use the same station for the goods if we just put a cheeky little station extension over here. But no, I'm sticking with the sawmill I got. Where were we? We're building track down here. Now this should be a fairly straight shot up here, apart from that river we've got to get over. And wherever we build the station, we need to build it by the coast, because obviously we need to leave room for a dock to attach. So go ahead and put the station in there. Just a nice little 2-track terminus. We'll go ahead, we'll put a pot plant down. We'll put a building at this one, just because it's the end of the line. Yeah, put this one down. That looks wharfy. If wharfy is an adjective, I don't know. Scratching my head here. And that should be fine there. That's a-okay. So connect that up like that. Now we need to bridge you over the river, if you would be so kind. Yes, this is definitely a line for a viaduct if ever I saw one. I'm not sure what a qualifier for a viaduct is, but this line is one of them. Small, scenic, picturesque, built on the cheap. Yep, ticks all the boxes. Now, outgoing trains will be on the other side, so we want to put the depot over there, just to avoid fouling up the terminus. Should we ever put more trains on. Obviously, I'm sort of future-proofing myself a little. I mean, I haven't built any passing loops, so to put more than 2 trains on this line would be a bit silly. But no, that should be a-okay there. And that's all connected up. Now we're going to find a second one of these. Hey, you found out how to get down there. Good for you. And oh boy, we've got a conga line coming in here. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Probably going to have to do something about this junction at some point, because yeah, the trains really are starting to queue up trying to get in here. So you're coming through the town. Obviously you have to go through the station to get out the other side. That's fair. And then all the passenger lines are queuing up behind the freight trains. So quad tracking to get them to overtake probably wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but I kind of don't want to do it yet. Now let's find another 38 somewhere. We've got you, but nothing to replace you with, because yeah, we've really run out of options to build things. So where's maybe a 1-8 we could find. Oh, there's a lot of people waiting in Hamburg too. Are you even a city? Whoop, made the station names disappear. No, you think we're outstanding though. Good for you for having a nice big station though. Do we have any 38s on this line? We do. We have one right here. Cool. You'll do. How old are you? 23 or 43. Fantastic. Where do you go? You go Hemmore to Uterson. Yes, okay. Well, again, we don't have anything to replace you with though. I guess we'll stick with 1 train on that line for now and see where we end up, I guess. Man, we're really having some fluctuation in our iron ore traffic, aren't we? But yeah, what I might have to do is just build a cheeky little escape track in here. And we'll get rid of that once he's done it, because that way he's probably going to come into this platform here, or this one if there's a train ahead of him. And then he'll try and turn around and get down to this line, but of course he can't because we haven't connected them up properly. So we've got a cheeky little track here he can use just to get onto his line and start his run. We should really update his orders with the new stations we've added too. So after Hornburg, go to Seaston, then up to Bartender, back to Season, and then back through Hornburg, and that will be fine. And I really do want to put a second train on there. We just don't actually have the technology to build them yet because, well, we've run out of trains to build, which is disappointing. Now, I do want to put just a cheeky bus stop in town here if they'll let me. They won't. Good for them. I did want to expand the catchment of this station. Can we bribe you with some trees? Otherwise, we'll have to resort to an actual bribe. Oh, yeah, okay, well, that's finances. I know I'm doing well. I don't need to see that. Yes, there we go. We'll put a cheeky bus stop in there just to extend the catchment of the station. And then I want to sort of set up a bit of a ferry route. So I guess we can put a station in here. That will be fine. Good. So we've got a dock down there. And then I also want to put a dock up here. Now, we're probably going to have to bridge across here somehow. to build a station in. So how are we going to do that? Because Nienburg's going to be a bit of a important junction, because you can have buses coming in and out of Essens, you can have ferries, you're going to have this junction down here for 4 tracks. So if we put a bridge in like this, yes, okay, so we can put, I mean, I want a 4-track station in here, so I'm going to see, will they let me do this? Well, apparently they will. Now, of course, they'll let me leave one right in the middle of it. Okay, let's try and bribe you with some trees and see if we can convince you to knock that down and that road down. How do you feel about me now? Mediocre. You know what? I really can't blame you. I really, seriously, I don't blame you at all. I'm a horrible person who wants to build a station bigger than your town. So, good luck. We do need a station building before we get too ahead of ourselves. That one will do. And we'll go ahead and drop in some benches there, I guess. And now we need a footbridge so people can change platforms, tracks. People can change. Yeah, there we go. And another pot plane in there. We'll keep it. I mean, even though it's 4 tracks, it still looks reasonably rural. Reasonably rural. That sounds like a country and western album. Now, if I line that up perfectly, put a big fancy cantilever bridge in, line that up perfectly, put a big fancy cantilever bridge in, etc., etc. That's all a-okay there. Probably overkill having all of the bridges. It occurs to me we haven't built a dock yet. Probably should do that before we make the town hate us any more than they already do. How do you feel about one here? Attached to Nienburg. Fantastic. I realise it's not terribly realistic at this point, but yeah, I'll plumb all of our tracks in. In fact, I'm going to lower this down to make the bridge look a little more necessary, because otherwise it's like, well, why didn't you just raise the land up? And then we can just run this out like this to get around and over the junction. Good. So we've got 2 sort of fancy bridges, one really fancy bridge and one extremely fancy bridge. Very good. I can live with that. That's fine. And obviously these 2 can share platforms, but these 2 can't because we ran out of room. Now, I want to have a level crossing in here. Yeah, so it does mean I can't put a signal in here. I might actually knock this bridge down at great expense to myself and rebuild it. I know, I'm a silly Billy. Cantilever again, good. Just so we can have a couple of signals in on that side of the crossing. No, we just want normal signals there and there. Good, excellent, fantastic. That's how we do it. So at least this way it looks like people can walk off the docks and up to the train station or down into town if they should so desire. And no, you've made it so close. Could you try again, please? Pretty please? Don't go into the depot. You went into the depot. What if we put that in there? Will you be able to go around that way? Come on. Yeah. Other train, get out of the way. Now don't go back that way. Fudge. Go back into Neusterlitz station and try again. Do it. No, stop going into the depot. Yes, okay. There you go. You're at the station. That's very exciting. Why are you not going down here? It's not hard. Why can you not draw a path there? Because we never connected it. Right, okay, fixed it. It's fine. That's my bad. That's not the train's fault. Got mad at the train for no reason. At least we can get rid of this pointless set of points here. Pointless set of points? Is that a thing? Okay, turn left. He's done it. He's figured it out. Yay! And the last horse crosses the finish line. Once again, another T-Nick, typical catastrophe. Good. So he's now running on his new route, and we will never ever try and send something else down there ever again. Except, you'll see down the bottom, we have the VT08, which is a funky express diesel. How does that compare to the 01? A little bit slower, but a lot cheaper to run. So yeah, we're going to be rolling some of them out network-wide. Road Vehicle 2 is getting old. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. Let's just interrupt this program to build a couple of new goods trucks. Let's build a couple of these. If you could copy their orders, please. And we'll go with 4 because we are ramping up goods production pretty neatly. And then you guys can just go back to the depot. And that will be fine. Good. Now, what were we doing? We were building something somewhere. We built this line, and that was fine. That's right, the docks, dummy. You were building a ferry service to round things off for this episode. So I'll put a ship depot in over here. Very good. And now let's have a look at ferries. The Sunk Rock ferry is probably what we're going to go with, just because it's small, cheap, and it's not as slow as some of the other ones. 32, 45, that's not bad. 45, 300 passengers. We're paying for overkill there. What about you? You are 30 k's now. So you're a tiny bit slower. 27 passengers though. That's kind of useful. A little bit slower though. 7 grand a year to run, 16 grand a year to run. Or do we have the... Yeah, that one costs 1.1 million to build. So let's not go ahead and build that one. That would be a bit silly. Let's go the Harbour Point utility vessel for the one that's going to tootle across to Boobly Boo over here. Browschwing docks? Whatever that dock is called, we're gonna have it. We'll put double depot orders in there just again to try and keep the maintenance up. Refit you for passengers, please. And what do you look like? Where is he? Oh, there he is. He's like a little tugboat. I don't know how you fit 27 people in there. You're not even the size of a train carriage, but more power to you. Okay, cool. I like the smoke effects. Big marks for that. That looks good. Okay, completely empty. This is fine. And then because I suspect this will be a slightly busier route, we'll build the Sunk Rock ferry for the other ferry route up to Nienberg. There we go. Yes, that's a place we've all heard of. Good, and then just swing by the depot if you need to. That'll be fine. So yes, off goes the slightly larger ferry. I don't like the use of the word sunk in the title though. That kind of sets it up for failure, I think. It'd be like if you called the Titanic the big ship that couldn't. Well, I guess they said it was unsinkable. They really jinxed it there. There you go, 52 passengers already. Look at you. Why'd no one get on this one then? Oh, okay, well, I guess more people want to go to Nienberg than they do. Oh, no, via any station. They're just taking a lucky dip. Get rid of those trucks. Good. Now, how do you feel about me building a bus stop in this town? Because I kind of forgot to do that before when you liked me. You hate me. Okay, can we bribe you with some more trees? Let's just have a look. Oh, yeah, it's fairly well treed up. Yeah, trees. Yeah, they're like crack to towns. Nope, still refusing to allow this. Okay, what about... Well, look, more trees. Oh, yeah, we're going to buy your love if it kills us. There you go. Attach that to the passenger station. And then we're going to make them hate us again by building a road over into Essens. Now, I think I can sneak a little road bridge in over the top here. There we go. That's fantastic. Build that around like that. And then obviously we're going to need another bridge in over here. Let's go tight arch. That always looks nice and fancy. And then we'll just have to connect this up into town like that. And then have them so they can run around the block, because while we're knocking trees down and making the town hate us, why not knock all of them down? Good. Put a depot in there, and we now have a connection from Essens to Nienberg, then from Nienberg down to Bartender. Or you can get the train from Essens to Neusterlitz, and then take the scenic route around to Bartender. So hopefully that'll put more people on the train going both ways, because maybe people going from Essens to Seaside will decide to get the bus, then the ferry, then the train. Actually, I'd rather just get 2 trains personally. Probably quicker too. Look at how slow this boat is. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. No, yeah, you did advertise 32 k's an hour. I guess I've only got myself to blame. But yeah, let's go ahead and throw a couple of buses on this route here. Do we actually have a bus stop at the train station? I don't think we do. It joins more than one station loading area. Oh, bollocks. We built that as a separate station, didn't we? Okay, well, let's just go ahead and bosh that down there. And we'll remove this and rebuild it as... No, okay, remove that one first. Yeah, and rebuild it attached to Essens. And then these guys are all going to get confused because Essens Central no longer exists. So we'll just drop in Essens. And that way, should we ever decide to start using this as a dedicated mail station, we can still transship mail through the passenger station here onto our mail carriages on our, obviously mixed trains here because, well, they're like baggage cars, but, it fulfills the same function. Haven't actually built any buses yet. I've just waffled. So, probably don't want the double-deck bus. The Pioneer bus looks nice. Let's get a couple of those going. So you, sir, run from Essens to Nienberg and have a bit of a service while you're over there. And we'll go with 4 buses. I don't know. I'm just randomly guessing at this point. And that is all good there. Can we connect Nienberg up to any other towns? Well, that ferry's going to become obsolete soon because we'll have a rail connection down to Brunswick. and then they may as well just get the ferry across there, rather than slow ferry or fast train slow ferry. Have you broken down already? You're like a year old. Not even. You're 0 years old and you've already broken down, but you are running at capacity, which I like. Is that because a lot of people want to go there? Via Season. Okay, so most of them want to get the train at this point. That's fine. We'll keep an eye on that route. But yeah, no, I think we've probably done enough for today. I'm just thinking, I want to connect Nienberg up with whatever that town's called. I really want to connect them up, but I haven't been keeping a timer on this one, and I'm wary we've dragged on a bit too long. So next time, I want to introduce the VT08 onto our network. I want to connect Nienberg up by rail because, well, obviously we've got a station, but no trains using it at the moment because no reversing area. But yeah, so I'm thinking Nienberg we can connect up to Brunswick and then have maybe a line that comes up this way or branches up to these towns. We'll figure something out. Train 13 is lost. No, don't get lost. How did you end up over? You should have just come into trains. Okay. It's because we didn't give you a depot to service at, and you just wanted to service at that one, didn't you? Okay, turn around. Let's just put your track back in, your little escape track. There you go. Okay, you can figure it out now, and we'll make sure to attach this depot to your order so you never go to that depot again. Okay, there you go. Yes, this is the risk of having trains randomly service at a depot of their choosing. They will pick the wrong depot and foul up your neatly placed operation. There we go. Okay, that's the last time we're going to have to remove that. Yes. Oh, we have the VT95. Good. I did want to talk about this before we finished, even if it does take us over time. This is a cutesy little rail bus that can run as a multiple unit. Because if you see I buy one and then attach, say, a passenger car and a mail car, they run as individual units. Obviously, they are actually passenger and mail cars. I don't have to buy multiple units of them, which would be very expensive. But they are perfect for branch lines like this one. In fact, I believe in real life they actually shoot away. Oh, why did I build it at this depot? That was stupid. Put the track back. Yeah, you know, in real life they replace steam on many branch lines like that. So off you go. You know, you're not so much replacing steam yet, but who knows, you might in the future. You are a bit slower and underpowered compared to a steam train, but I'm sure you'll get the job done. And because we didn't build any passing loops, that's going to be awesome for you. So we probably should just chuck a couple of quick ones down, pop one in here, before we finish up for today. Because I don't want to leave things half done. That would be silly and childish and foolish and other-ish words that you can imagine. So where's another place we can put a passing loop? Probably sneak one in here. That's a-okay. We drive on the right, so we'll drop a couple of signals in there. We've got one at the station here, and we probably need one up in this area here, just in case they want to pass between stations. But as they're not long trains, that should be fine. I'll drop that in like that. Train 20's profit last year is blah, 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 blah. Hopefully you'll pick up soon. You probably just got stuck in a bit of a log jam, literally caused by a jam caused by a log train. I said caused by too many times, and I make no apologies for it. Caused by. I've been T-Nick. This has been Open TTD with the DBXL set. Folks, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Once again, thank you for your company, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Until then, later days.